had seen my video on how various medical equipments are being procured, I would have told you about the various aspects on how these medical equipments are being procured and the export duty. So this video focuses on the export duty and what are the various aspects and how you classify the medical equipments. So what is the difference between medical equipment and medical devices? So medical devices, under that category only medical instruments and medical equipments comes. Certain cases, medical equipments and medical devices both are considered the same with slight distinct differences. When your medical equipment is actually used to calibrate and measure certain aspects, then it is a medical equipment. But if your medical devices is used, it can be used for your patients directly, and it can be used for diagnostic purposes. It can be of various ranges. So this is how medical devices, under that medical equipments and medical instruments are being classified. So the medical devices, 37 medical devices has been considered under the drugs category. So it is regulated under the Cosmetics and Drugs Act. So whenever a medical device or a medical equipment has to be procured from another country, you need to have certain documents. Especially getting an NOC from the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization is essential. As 37 medical devices has been considered as drugs under the Medical Devices Regulations 2017, you can read this classification. Medical devices are classified on the basis of the risk levels, then measuring aspect, non-measuring aspect, sterile and unsterile aspects. So what are the various documents required before procuring a medical equipment from one country to India? So letter of credit is very important. The letter of credit document ensures that it is actually a mediatory aspect between two banks of two countries. So the country which provides medical equipment will provide all the documents to the other country's bank, and the other country's bank will provide all the documents and the billing, the amount related aspect with this bank. This way you can have ensured and safe procuring of medical devices and medical equipments. So letter of credit document is very essential. Then if you're going for any medical equipments, when it has to be transported from one country to another, the transport related documents are very important. So there comes the bill of lading. And whenever a medical equipment has to be transported from one country to another, the free sale certificate, then the manufacturing license and import export code is very important. So these three aspects are directly linked with the medical equipment itself. And NOC will let you know that you can use this medical equipment with no objection. It cannot cause any harm to the patients when it is used or procured. And all the aspects of bill of lading and the letter of credit will ensure that the medical equipment has been procured with no financial barriers. And it is from a trusted aspect. So these are the few documents that is to be considered when a medical equipment has to be procured from one country to another. This I have explained in layman terms so that anyone can understand how medical equipments are being procured from one country to another. So what you have to remember is that the documents before procuring a medical equipment. Then why medical devices are considered under the drugs category? It is considered under the drugs category because certain medical devices are used directly for the patients. So it can cause harm. So that is why it has been regulated under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. And after all these aspects, you have to understand what is the difference between the medical equipment and a medical device. Medical device is the broad category under which medical equipments and medical instruments are being added. Thank you.